साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः.
Wonder of Wonders, the English rendering of Paramahamsa Sadguru Sri Sattupasi's Kannada classic Mahadascharya audio, chapter 22. Om Shri Gurudattaya Namaha. Fire Extinguisher Shiva Mallayya. We are 3 brothers and 6 sisters. 5 of the sisters had been married. One sister too had been married. For various reasons we had brought her to her mother's house, our own house. The way her husband and her parents-in-law treated her led to this. One younger brother is called Iranna and the other is Lakshmana, who was pursuing his studies in Tumkur. Our third sister Jayamma was taking care of Lakshmana's education. The second brother Iranna was married. We were then a joint family. The family was divided in two for this reason. If we stay with this fellow who cannot earn and be on his own, he wouldn't mend himself for any length of time. If I go out separated from him, he will learn to earn a living. Then, at least for taking care of his wife and children, he begins to lead a life of a responsible householder. Our parents were given a choice. With whom do you live? My father said. I will be with Mallayya. My mother too said to me, I'll be with you alone. The well-meaning others said, do you know what you're saying? His livelihood is itself uncertain and further he has 2 little children. What do you eat? How do you make a living? Living with him? Whatever happens, it's all right with us. A glass of water, if he gives, that's enough for us, they said. My younger sister too opted for me. I'll go with Mallanna. That's all right, said my younger brother Veeranna, who had separated himself from us. He went with his wife and set up a shop and was living comfortably. The rest asked me, what do you do now? How do you do? How do you fend for them? You kindly take your leave. The one who protects all, Shiva, is there, I said and sent them away. I do not have an iota of worry. There was nothing at home. As father had said, we live on water, so we live, I had told them. I didn't have any worry at all. Somehow we managed to set up a shop for our younger sister. She had her shop in front of our house. It was my father's decision that I should go buy merchandise for sale in the shop. If she gave a list of things to be bought and money, I was bringing them. You don't bring things right. What do we do? If you do so, how do I run the shop? Later it was decided, you sit in the shop until I return. I will myself bring goods for the sale, my sister told. By the time she returned, the shop would be without any goods, empty. On her return, she would complain, Brother, what is this? While there are no goods in the shop, there is no money in the till too. No, sister dear, I have given it to all of them. They would give money, it seems, I would say. How do I run the shop then? She would ask and report it to Appa, my father. Look, don't allow that fellow to sit in the shop. Don't send him to buy too, said Appa. It's all right, I kept quiet. My mother and my wife worked as coolies and wage earners. Somehow we lived, my sister said once to me. No good business here. I will open a shop in front of the Mandi Mata mill near Chalakere on the Bangalore road. Please get this make do. Dabba shop shifted over there. That's fine, I said, and erected one there, raised a canopy and built a hut also. My mother and sister lived there and ran the shop. Off and on I visited them. My friends in the village said, everything is fine, but you don't work. How about your livelihood? Member Chikkanna, Bitti Tippeswamy, many others joined together and proposed. We give money for setting a shop, earn your livelihood by running it under the canopy. They bought goods and set up the shop. with their liberal heart, despite my saying no. In one voice, they said, "Look, you don't sit on the counter, keep quiet, let your wife run the shop." They feared that I would give away goods free. "Do whatever you like, I will keep quiet," I said. That went on for some time. My wife would make coffee and serve it, collecting money for it. She would then say, "You sit in the shop." She would go to cook, leaving the shop on me. As soon as she went inside, our people, those that wanted to get free, would rush in. "Tell me quick, fast, what do you want?" I would tell my men. Beedi, beetle leaves, arcanut, gram, peppermint, and whatever they asked, and the shop had. I would give, telling them, "Give money when you can," and added, "Go away, don't stand here." "Well, come and have your meal and go and do whatever you like," my wife would say. Doing this way, there was nothing in the shop within a month. It proved the adage, "Kottonu kodangi, iskondonu irabhadra." The stupid gave and the blameless received. What more can they do? My father observed. "Look, lady, nothing stays with this fellow. He wouldn't rest doing nothing. What can he do?" Our two children, Kannesha, around 2 or 3, and Suvarnamma was around 5. That was groundnut plucking season. "Tata, I will take Suvarnamma with me and go for groundnut plucking," my wife would inform my father after keeping the meal ready for us to eat. This was how it was going on. Our elder sister Sharadamma and my brother-in-law Pujari Hanmantappa were supplying us rice and ragi to meet our food requirements. We made flour of it and cooked it. We did Sante Sandy by their wages. We bought goods in the Sandy with the wage money. One day, my father-in-law Pujari Hanmantappa and my sister Sharadamma brought many others. "Let's get Mallana some employment in one of the mills in Challakere. Let us accept whatever is offered." "What, mister? We have sought a job for you in the mill. Do you accept if given?" they asked. I remained silent. My father intervened to say, "Why ask him? Take him and get him enlisted." "Then come, let's go," they said to me. "In whose mill, friends?" I inquired. "Baligera Chidanandappa's mill. They are good ones. Come on," they said and took me as they forcibly drag a sacrificial goat. We went to Chidanandappa, where they presented me with the introduction. "This is the one, sir, my son-in-law Siddhapa's son." "Oh, this one's father. I know him very well. Very good man. Let me see what I can do. I will ring up my boy Babanna. Please go to him. Tell him your father has said, give this man a job in your mill. Ask him so. I have told him you may go now." I was taken to his son's office. Next, he exclaimed, "What? So many of you. What news?" "Appauru, your respected father has said, give this person a job in your mills," my father-in-law pleaded. "Which boy?" he inquired. Everyone showed their hands towards me. "Oh, to this gentleman, a job. I have seen this person. Persons of this order shouldn't work under people like me and you. You don't know about him. This person isn't to be employed in our mills. It doesn't do well to us. Please do not enlist him for work in any mill. Leave him as he is. You may please go now," said that great man, Mahanubhava. Those that had led me there bid him, "Namaskara Swami, we will take your leave." Directing at me, "I don't want any. Do namaskara to him, I say. Get going," he ordered. All of us returned walking to Upparati. My respected father asked, "Did they give him a job?" "No, uncle. We would take anyone but not this one to our mill. No. In any mill for that matter," they said. "If you look at this son of mine, who would allow entry? Fit only to beg and seek alms only," said my father. After the evening supper, my father-in-law returned to his place. My wife served food to my father and me. We will go for dehusking groundnuts, said my wife, and went. Every day I was going to Sri Govindasru Dattashrama, Chellakere. I did whatever service I was given and listened to the wise words of Sri Govindadasru. Then I went to Sri Gundurao's residence where I would spend time till 9 in the night before returning home. This was my daily schedule. I was received with love and treated with affection in that household. I didn't notice the passage of time at all as long as I was there. Besides, they were great devotees of divine. Though they were Brahmins, they listened to my several accounts with rapt attention without any sense of discrimination. Though I was with Sri Govindasru for such a long time, I never opened my mouth before him. I don't know why or for what. I didn't disclose or tell my experiences or anecdotes with anyone anywhere except before the members of Sri Gundurao's household. I came to know on seeing their faith, shraddhe, devotion, bhakti, and reception, satkara, that there are souls who love me in this universe. I got its first affirmation in that household. Therefore, my visit to Sri Govindadasru was reduced. Every day, going to Sri Gundurao's house became an act of visiting oneself. I don't know how. I was most joyous in their house. This wise, I went one noon after my meal. Suvarna's mother said, "We are going to pluck groundnuts," and went away. I said, "I am also going," and left. "Come soon, none at home, come before dusk," said my father. "That's all right," I said. As usual, today too, I slept till noon in Sri Gundurao's house and resumed conversing with others after waking up. Back home, my wife has collected near the kitchen hearth all fuel wood sticks to save them from getting wet and dampened due to rains. In her hurry to go to work, she has forgotten to put off live coal in the hearth. She has also forgotten to remove from oven the burning fuel wood. Live fire has slowly filled the place with thick smoke, and the stored fuel sticks near kitchen oven have caught fire. My father is sitting all alone on the pavement before the house. Smoke has covered the whole house. Even then, he is simply watching it. He has gone in to check the source of smoke. Fuel wood stored near oven is aflame burning. Appanavaru is confused, bewildered. He has come out of the front door to call someone for help, leaning on his walking stick. He has stood mute in his bewilderment. Right at that time, Shivamallaya has come before him and inquired, "Appa, what has happened? Why is smoke all over?" "Ayo, have you come?" I say. "Run in, there is a fire inside. The house will be burned down. My father is wailing in distress." Shivamallaya has gone in, drained off the huge water storage vessel, Gudana trying to put off the fire. "Pour water on the rooftop, reapers. See whether it has caught fire. Pour on it too," my father is instructing. The fire is put off. In that smoke alone, Appanavaru has started his abuse. "This son of mine hardly listens to me. When I say don't leave the house, does he care? He goes away, this Buddy Maga, as though this ancestral wealth is at immediate stake." Shivamallaya has made his exit in that smoke, and during the abusive outburst, father is still abusing. When smoke is gone and air is clear, Shivamallaya is gone. Appa has searched, calling, "Where did you go?" "He isn't there, wherever you search." Appaya has searched the entire house. Coming on to the front yard, he has asked everyone, "What fellow, have you seen our Mallappa?" All of them have said, "No, don't know, Ajja." "Let that prostitute's son come. Has he lost his father's property or what? Goes away without informing. How snobbish. The kitchen is flooded with water. Does he go away without clearing it? Nothing will subside my anger and rage. Even if I do something to him, let him return today." So the abuse rattle is going. By then, Mother and daughter who had gone to dishel groundnuts have returned. Look, the house was on fire today. Why? How? Tata, they ask. You have gone away with live coal not put off in the oven. It has slowly spread and the stored fuel sticks in the corner have caught fire. The smoke was coming out demon like. Helpless and disabled, what can I do? Tata has replied. Then how did you manage? Asked Ellamma. Somehow, since there was none, I came out to the doorstep to call for help. Then he came near the doorstep, said Tata. Who, Tata? And that one, your husband, Dugani son of mine, worthless fellow, came and drained off all the drum water and put off fire and has left without caring to inform. All that water is just here. Go and sweep it off and dry it and cook. Let him come today, Tata said, keeping a stick by his side, waiting for his son to come. Somehow around that time I reached home, riding an old cycle from Challakere. Coming to know by the sound of cycle that I have come, my father said, Come, mister, come on in. Even before I stepped in, my father welcomed me. What father's legacy had you lost, sir? Come on, ladies, please unburden him of the load. He commented sarcastically, not knowing anything of what has happened. Why, Appa, while going in the morning, I had told you, hadn't I? If you talk another word, I will break your leg, he said and lifted his stick. Buddy Magane, when you came in the noon to put off fire, the house is smoke filled and drained water is left as it is, and you choose to go away without caring to tell me that you are going. What urgent work did you have, sir? Yet you dare talking? Father roared. I walked straight in and said to my mother, What is the matter? Why is Appaya so abusive? Look here, the floor is damp and wet. You dare asking what has happened. The one who came, if that one had removed those fuel woods and swept water away, what would have happened? Poor soul, that Ajja, what could he have done? Anyway, putting off fire itself is a great act of rescue. Let things be however they are, said my wife, blowing the wet oven into burning, rubbing her eyes with her hand. Unable to comprehend anything I say, that is not it. I, who went to Gundura's house in the morning, is coming home now. When did I come then? Look, having done all that one can, you now ask, Did I do anything? Do you mean to say that Tataya lies? Asked my wife. Shiva Shiva, your Mahime is Aghada, unfathomable. It is Apratima, incomparable. How compassionate are you? Kindness incarnate, Apad Bhandava, friend in distress, I said to myself. I began thinking, what to do now, how to let them know in a way they can understand. What I say to Appaya in any manner or fashion, it will be ununderstandable. So I chose silence. After the passage of a few days, I said, Appa, please pay heed to what I say. The Mahime of Paramatma is apara, shoreless. Listen, that day I haven't really come, Appa, I said. Hey, I feel like giving you a severe thrashing. Do you know what happens? Stop barking the same, he rebuked. I fell at his feet and prayed. Listen to my word, Appa, that Shiva himself has come in the form of your son and has extinguished fire. Trust my word. He, Shiva, come direct, Appa. Look, he has graced you with his darshana. He has come at your first call, I beseeched. Then why did he come like you? Asked Appa. Yes, Appa, he can come in whichever way, form he likes. He does come in whichever way he likes. I beseeched once again. Whatever it may be, leave it at that, he said. From then on, Appa got transformed on his own. The next day, he started addressing me as Swami, Shiva. No, don't call me in that way. Call me as you did before. Call me by my name, I begged. No, sir, you are not a son to me. Even if you are hereafter, you are to me my Swami, Shiva for me. I will not use those words any more to you. Swami, do not go away, leaving me alone in the lurch. Promise me, Swami, give thy word, do you? You don't have to bring anything, place anything for me. Be before me so that my eyes can gaze at you always. You are my Swami, father began saying such words. As days passed, he began to long for me. If I went somewhere, he would slowly come at night and remain standing watching me sleep. Why, Appaya, do you do so? I asked, leading him to his bed. No, I didn't do anything. I will remain standing, looking at you. You go ahead and sleep, he said. His unwillingness to be without me increased every day. Unable to be without me around and uttering all the while Swami, Swami, he attained Paramapada, state supreme, casting off his body. Om Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat.